Well, welcome everyone. I'm here with Joel Stoltenow, Senior Director of Development for Lutheran Family Services of Nebraska, Inc. Joel, thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy, for having me. It's an honor to be here. Obviously, we'll talk about the good work of LFS and the exciting events we have, but just a quick word of thanks to all you do to promote philanthropy in the greater community and all the good that comes from that. So totally honored.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let's start off. Let's just first talk about Lutheran Family Services and what do you do? I mean, this organization does so much for so many, but let's give us the 1 minute overview.
Well, I can agree with you. This is now my fourth year here. I think it took me about a year to understand exactly what we do statewide for all the populations that we serve. So we certainly can't do it justice in a minute, but in general, Lutheran Family Services is a statewide human care agency that has as its mission to provide safety, hope, and well-being for all people. That's what it comes down to. We understand that some populations are more vulnerable than others. We understand that people have troubles accessing care, accessing things that help make a life whole and fulfilled. And so we are there for people, in so many different ways, whether that's helping veterans as they return home, and not only the veteran, but their family adjust to civilian life. We're there for refugees who are escaping trauma in their countries and helping them start anew here. We're there for people who are struggling to make it day by day, whether that's because of income or because of maybe a behavioral health issue. In fact, this year, part of our effort to serve involved giving direct assistance through the CARES Act to families that were struggling with the effects of COVID, upwards of $2 million. So we kind of pivoted into that, Andy. We didn't know we were in that business, but we really love the fact that for 128 years, we've been here serving in the communities we're called to serve in the ways that they need us. So it's really exciting. And like I said, fourth year in, I'm still learning things we do. That's a quick overview.
Yep, you do, again, you do so much. And I mean, I've been somewhat involved with Lutheran Family Services. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years and, knowing just everything that the events that you have and the people you serve, it's just amazing. So, but let's talk about what we got coming up is Rally for Kids. And let's talk about last year's Rally for Kids first.
Yes, it would have taken place a week before the pandemic basically shut down all in-person meetings. So we feel like we kind of snuck in at the end. And, I didn't even talk about children's services. That's how we started as an orphanage so many years ago. But a big service line that we have is providing care for people going through adoption or foster care, helping with children's mental health, of which we saw a big uptick, Andy, this last year when we think about kids adjusting from in-person school to at-home school. Mm-hmm. We were there for the children. We were there for the parents who were trying to juggle work and life and be stay-at-home teachers. And then reintroducing, school again this past fall, we saw some upticks there. But Rally for Kids has traditionally been a way for those who want to partner with us to make big impacts in families' lives, starting with the children, and doing that not only in Nebraska across the state, but also in Western Iowa. We have a Council Bluffs Center for healthy families. We have one in North Omaha, and we have others across the state. But that's really the history of the event. And it was an in-person event, as I mentioned, and it was basically focused on those who wanted to partner to help our children's services, which was a great cause. This year's a little different. We've understood that virtual events are different, right? You've probably been exposed to a few of them. What's one thing you have to do in the virtual world to make an event successful? What would you say?
Well, thank you for asking me that question.
I'll interview you.
You have to engage people, and you have to bring them in, you have to give them a reason for tuning in.
And so as we thought about that, that's a great answer. In fact, Jessica and Lisa and those on our team that kind of helped us come up with this idea of making it a statewide week-long event. I think we did so wisely to engage more people. So that's what I want to talk about, what we're doing and how people can engage. It is March 7th through the 11th, and it is, of course, going to be virtual, but with the ability to showcase what we do statewide. We hope that it is more of a statewide event. in fairness, I don't know why someone in North Platte would be real interested in driving to Omaha for this event. You know, it would be a pretty long commute there and back. But now, because it's virtual, we can have all sorts of ways of engaging people. That's going to be Facebook Live look-ins all week. I mentioned it starts March the 7th. I and others will be out in the state, and we're going to stop in and visit with the people who support us all across the state, not just the Omaha and Council Bluff areas. And they get to kind of be part of the fun and, you know, and draw people together. And then ultimately, we believe that that'll help us reunite on Thursday when we have kind of a culminating event. That event will include some videos from the week, but all along the week, we're going to have ways for people to engage. Like I said, it could be a drive to provide some basic needs for people. Of course, it could be a financial donation, as we would like to make this week a week where people rally for LFS. All right.
Yeah.
And speaking of the financial piece, we have all sorts of awesome items. I don't know if they're being displayed somewhere, but our raffle items are top notch. I know for a fact because I got one of them secured. It's a duck hunting trip in the Panhandle out by City, Nebraska, with some former experts of Cabela's, and we're really pumped about that. But there's several more that I could talk about. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so I'm gonna let you talk about them, but let me ask you this: so people, can they like register? Can they go to your website like now when they're watching this?
Absolutely.
Sign up so then they can start looking at auction items and all that good stuff.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And it's www.lfsneb.org. And if you just follow through the links, it'll be up there, and make sure you look for Rally for Kids, or go to the calendar for March 7th. But yeah, the action can start right now. We have these auction items up for grab. We have $1,500 to the Gretna outlets for a shopping spree. We have an experience. Right? My wife put in for that one. I put in for the duck hunting. So we'll
I'm going to go do the outlet. I'm going to go put in for that as soon as we get
Thank you, Andy. I got you on record. Lisa, we got another raffle ticket sold. So there's those two. We got a Top Golf experience in Omaha. And we also have a green egg for those people who are getting into the smoking meats, ceramic smoker grills. So some neat prizes there. Numbers are limited. We're going to sell only 100 tickets. So that's going to be a big way that people can get behind us. And again, as we mentioned, you could live in McCook, you could live in Norfolk, you could live in Holdridge, Falls City, you know, virtually anywhere. And you know what we do. You look for a way to support us in the past. Now that we're taking this statewide, we're pretty excited about it. But we really want to encourage people to get in on the fun here.
Yeah. How much are the tickets?
The raffle tickets are $100 a piece. All right, we're going to limit them to 100. And so right there, we're looking at upwards of $40,000 right there. Yeah. And in the virtual world, we think that's a neat way to engage with us. We're not going to have that chicken dinner. Sorry, we can't get together just yet. Hopefully that'll change sometime. But we are going to bring people together. And those stories, Andy, that's what I want to talk about a little bit here too. The stories of the people that we're getting these little interviews for, myself included, as I'll be out west. We're going to put all this together in a video, and we're going to hear from not only the clients that we serve, but also the people who support us. And so it'll be that kind of rally time. Some of those people are donors, could own a ranch out in the Panhandle. Some of them actually are people who are helping us set up telehealth locations across the state. That could be a community action down in Fairbury. That could be a United Way up in Columbus. That could be a church out in Sydney. So we're also going to use this to showcase the wide variety of ways that we're being innovative this year to reach more and more people.
Yeah. Well, Joel, we're almost out of time here, but
I had so much fun. I wish we could do this longer.
I know, but we will do this again for sure. But yeah, thank you for the interview. Again, I'm going to be, as soon as I hop off the call, I'm going to be registering. I'm going to go get one of those raffle tickets. And
Andy, we do have corporate sponsorships available, like your traditional events. So please check out that website. Yeah. Corporate sponsorships available. We want to partner with you, not only during this event, but throughout the year. You know, we're all making some new rules up as we go, and we found some innovative ways to love on our corporate partners who do so much to help us achieve our mission. So Thank you so much for your time. Rally for Kids 2021. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for a chance to talk about it today.
Well, and thank you, Joel. Thank you so much.
You got it.